Good evening, Dominators, and welcome to my second attack against China's empire. Amazingly strong alliance. They have gotten down all of our bases with rather ease. Well, they did fail 2 attacks against me, so I'm guessing this number 3 is one of their best attackers. And he actually managed to take me down with 3 offensive coalitions, of course. But to be honest, also they have had so much time they managed to finish all the bases so fast, so they have just had time to also redo a lot of our bases, so their times are actually extremely good. And I had a bit of a fail against number 1, so I lost around 40 seconds. So we don't really have a victory chance, so this is just for fun. 3 level 7 defensive coalitions and a pretty tough base. So you can see kind of a box layout that's a bit opened in the middle. So and we know that the strongholds are full of troops as well. So my idea is to avoid the stronghold as long as possible. So basically to approach from this side and only use my mercenaries and generals from this side to clear this area. And I haven't really brought any valuable troop cards because it doesn't really matter if I manage to take it down or not. So level 5, nothing serious. Is it industrial level troop cards or something? So I wouldn't be surprised if I don't manage to get a victory here of 5 stars, because it's a tough one. Speed up my troops a bit as well. Actually, it doesn't look too bad at the moment, even with this industrial level troops. It seems to be pulling through just about. Time maybe could have been slightly better if using stronger troop tactics, but to be honest, it doesn't matter that much. But as you can see, also the layout, to be honest, 2 minutes 13 seconds. I mean, it's still okay. After all, the guy had 3 level 7 defensive collisions. But against this layout, I mean, the APC composition is just ideal. I mean, it just tears it apart. And actually, I wanted to show you guys also my attack against their number 1, and their failed attacks. And why it took me 3 minutes, and that is around 40 to 50 seconds longer than I wanted to get, is the plan was actually pretty good. But I was actually on a business trip again, and that's why I wasn't able to upload it yesterday as well. Was that for this composition to work, and this is the most difficult part of the area of the three sides that I'm approaching, but I forgot to deploy my troop tactics, the ranged infantry as well as the regular infantry. So what that meant is that the hardest part of the map I approached with the weakest army, without any infantry, ranged infantry basically, and that meant that I had nothing here to take down these 3 generals basically. I had bazookas and some troops, some infantry coming from the APCs, but it clearly wasn't enough, because this was the hardest base. If I wouldn't have used the troop cards on this side, I would have been fine, but this side needed it the most. So what actually happened was that I lost all of the bottom section army to these generals here. And what it basically did was this area here would have been all cleared out near the town center. But instead it wasn't cleared out, so I had to make all the way through here in this maze with all the barbed wires to actually get it cleared out. So that cost me, most of all, a lot of precious time. Nicely I kept the strength of the gladiator for the troops from the stronghold, because it's a very good idea to do so when you know that you're not against 0SH alliance and that the strongholds are full. So, and then I made another small thing. I wanted to attack this anti-tank gun, but by mistake rallied my troops in the middle of the fire here. Luckily I had one decoy that saved my troops from getting pawned. So at the end I wasted around a minute or 40 seconds at least due to my silly mistake of forgetting to use my troop tactics. So I will show you the guys at the end also how much time we actually were missing to win this war. I'm guessing about around a couple of minutes, 3 or 4 minutes at least, because now we have gotten down. So we have attack here for each of their base. One of them is still on 2 stars, but of course these 2 stars will be cleared by Genzo or Columbus or even Ivari. So we had 3 attacks against it, so we shouldn't have any trouble getting the maximum stars. But the only thing is that check our time. We have 43 minutes, they have 37 minutes, so they clearly are better than us. And the big issue for us was also that Matt took a small vacation, so we are fighting without Matt against the alliance that is equally glory, around similar glory than we are. So a tough one. Maybe they wouldn't have been able to clear Matt, I don't know. But this is the result this time. I will give you guys also at the end of this video, right now, when I'm finished, I will put also the end result of the war in 25 minutes. Thanks a lot, guys. See you in our next battle. So unfortunately, we weren't able to win it, as was already known. And time-wise, we were behind by almost 7 minutes, so it wasn't even close in that sense. But at least we got all of their bases down, and we had one of our best players missing, or the best player missing, so maybe his base would have held up. We don't know that. But of course, one thing I wanted to mention that this is, I think, the worst we have seen so far. It's 2 Iron Age bases and 18 atomic bases. It's rather ridiculous. And number 15 takes down 2 of our strong bases. Matlasos is definitely one of the top 2 bases we have together with me. So so it's a bit ridiculous. because our 15, I mean, is industrial age player. Yeah, he can take also down very strong bases, but he almost took down 2 atomic age bases as industrial. So almost took down actually this number 15 that took down our strongest base. So that's the weird thing about this matchmaking. Okay, guys, see you in the next war.